Finish him off, Winnie. Teach him a lesson. Someone screamed with the enthusiasm of a football commentator who had bet his lunch money on my downfall. Winnie responded by landing a hot, well-seasoned slap squarely on my face. The kind of slap that doesn't just hurt your skin, it rearranges your self-esteem. I felt tears instantly rush to my eyes, not from pain alone, but from the deep spiritual humiliation of being beaten in public by a girl. I wish the earth would open up and swallow me whole. Even a small sinkhole would have been fine. Anything to escape this. But there I was, vision blurring, fists clenched like I knew what I was doing, legs doing a shaky little fighter's dance that looked less like Bruce Lee and more like a mosquito trying to escape death. I would have quit right then if it weren't for my foolish friend shouting, "Sam, you are our Bruce Lee. Don't let that girl beat you." Bruce Lee. Me. In the same sentence. From where I stood, it was clear Winnie had every intention of dismantling the remaining scraps of ego I had left. I was her weakest opponent, and she was treating me like a practice dummy she hated personally. For the full 10 minutes we had been fighting, I hadn't landed a single punch on her. Not one. Meanwhile, she had hit me so many times that my brain had stopped counting and simply accepted its fate. As I stood there, trying to summon courage from places courage does not exist, my mind drifted back to how this whole disaster began. You see, back in the village, once every month, we had a sacred tradition. A day when all the kids would sneak off to a faraway field, safely out of our parents' line of sight, to host our own version of underground wrestling and kung fu. We'd form a circle, and 2 unlucky souls would step into the ring to fight until a winner was declared. Opponents were chosen randomly, which really meant everyone frantically grabbing the weakest kid they could find. You had to be fast, grab your victim, drag them into the ring, and defeat them before they could scream, "I don't want to fight." Once you fought, that was it. You were done for the month. No rematches, no mercy. The game had rules too, very serious ones. No biting, no scratching, no hitting below the belt, and absolutely no stomach shots, because apparently we were violent, but not animals. On this cursed day, I wasn't quick enough to snatch a weaker opponent, and that's how I ended up with Winnie. She was slightly taller than me, chubby, and had the calm confidence of someone who had never lost a fight and knew it. I felt like a prisoner awaiting sentencing. To make matters worse, our fight was scheduled to be the very last one of the day. As I watched the other kids fight, I imagined Winnie beating me into a fine paste. I didn't show my fear, though. On the outside, I was calm. On the inside, I was negotiating with God. You see, the game could only be stopped midways if it rained, an adult intervened, or someone got called home by their parent. So, I prayed for rain, for an adult invasion, for my mom to call me home, for literally anything. Nothing happened. Finally, it was our turn. The kids cheered wildly, especially the ones who had already lost. They believed my suffering would somehow avenge their bruises. After all, I had watched every single one of them get smacked earlier. The moment we stepped into the ring, Winnie unleashed violence. Had I not previously seen her sitting peacefully in the sun while her mom bathed her, I would have sworn she was a boy raised exclusively on fists and rage. That girl could fight. Every move I attempted ended with her blocking it and returning my limbs to sender. At one point, she pinned me to the ground and began delivering hot disciplinary slaps to my backside. That's when it hit me. I wasn't fighting Winnie anymore. I was fighting a miniature version of my mother. By now, my cheeks were on fire. My face felt rough, like I had been exfoliating with sandpaper. My ears rang, my tears threatened to overflow, and yet I still tried to look brave, still trying to summon my inner Bruce Lee. Unfortunately, my Bruce Lee was from Temu. Even my supporters had abandoned me. They were now cheering for Winnie. With every hit she landed, she strutted around proudly, beating her chest like a victorious warrior. Just when I thought she was finally done, someone shouted, You haven't done the Chuck Norris move on him yet. My soul left my body. Winnie paused, as if remembering this valuable piece of advice, and prepared to attack again. I did not wait. The world may say Usain Bolt holds the 100-meter record, but he wasn't there that day to witness someone faster than him. Because I took off running toward home at a speed that made 0 to 100 in 2 seconds look lazy. The fight was over. My dignity, however, never fully recovered.